Back by popular demand, I am doing the half nude video. Mike Tyson fought Roy Jones Jr. recently, and all things considered, two legends in their 50s. It was win-win-win. They didn't get hurt, they didn't look pathetic, and they both made money. What was more surprising was the fact that Mike Tyson, having smoked like a chimney, every time I see him these days he's smoking weed, he looked like the fresher guy. He was active. He looked okay. 2-minute rounds, yeah. Very different to 3-minute rounds. But he looked good in there. I mean, I think he'd destroy most 50-year-olds in this day and age. But it was a success. And if they want to start creating some sort of senior boxing league, providing that it's not overly silly and that they kind of agree to pull the punches a little bit, which I think Tyson was doing against Roy Jones Jr., then sure, why not? Not for Riddick Bowe. I don't want to see that guy take any more punches. But yeah, a victory, why not? Maybe it'll become some sort of trend. What I don't like, what I continue to detest, is this new YouTube boxing phenomenon. Not because of the attention it gets, not because of the money these guys make. Well, partly not. It's part of the problem. All credit to them for getting in the ring. It's what a lot of people, including myself, I've never had a fight. I've done bits of sparring before. It's going to take a lot of balls to get in the ring. And yeah, again, credit to these guys, the likes of Jake Paul, was it Paul Logan, KSI. The problem is, with the amount of money they make, because this is becoming starting to become accepted, it's just starting to leak into boxing and people are getting used to it. We saw that, was it between Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather, a possible fight? The real problem boxing could face in the future, if this becomes the norm, is that legitimate champions can pardon their most outstanding rivals and other champions and just push them to the side and go, actually, I'm going to fight this YouTuber because honestly it makes more money. And the real problem with that, if it does actually make more money, the promoters will happily allow it. People will be, because boxing is a business. And if the top champions of certain weight divisions can fight a YouTuber and it makes more money just purely because of following, and that starts to become the norm, it will then dilute the divisions as well. And it will become yet another obstacle in the way of trying to make the fights that matter when they do matter. This is a real problem we face. We've heard that Jake Paul Mayweather, okay, Mayweather's retired, but he's still a massive name. We start to get world champions picking YouTubers over the closest rivals and fellow champions. And that is a legitimate problem we could be facing in the coming years. Senior guys who have fought, yeah, sure. For years gone by, old champions used to come back and they'd just have a little move around, and it was great for the older guys then who saw them when they were young men ringside to see like a Jack Dempsey or a Joe Louis just move around the ring one more time. It didn't have to be with the same intensity. You didn't have to pretend you were the same guy. We know you're not. But just to see you one more time, for nostalgia's sake, just move around the ring, pop the jab, show some of the old moves. It was great, and that's gone on for a while. But to coax these legitimate champions out of fighting potential rivals for more money, which could happen against YouTubers just because they've got big followings, that is a real problem we face. So for like a seniors Champions League, yeah, sure, no problem. Get Tyson out. If it keeps these guys grounded, sure. Guys who can pass medicals, who can move around a bit without hurting each other, I've got no problem with that. When you talk about YouTubers possibly interrupting World Championship boxing, I am not into that.